What in the world? Why is there a Harley Davidson on my damn lift? Damn it, Shelley. Bueller. Bueller. All right, so we have a 1976 Harley Davidson. It's an Ironhead. It's not mine. This belongs to Shelley, which is the Foxglove or Foxglove, whatever that means. I have no idea. But she is probably, without a doubt, one of the strongest women I know. She was in an accident a little while back and lost her right leg. And with that, she didn't want to become a pirate. So she decided that she was going to live life to the fullest and become one of the coolest chicks I know. Now, she has this bike, but she's also got a Can-Am Spyder. She wants to get back on 2 wheels instead of 3, and she wants a chopper. Someone should tell her the choppers are stupid, right? Right. Anyways, we got to put this thing back together, get a running motorcycle, and then once we have a running motorcycle, we got to start changing it up to where she can actually ride it with the prosthetic leg. Okay. Let's get to work. Cool. All right, so first thing we want to do is we need to get the carburetor back on. I rebuilt the carburetor for her not too long ago. It is a Bendix. Everything works. The choke isn't all that great, but we'll figure some stuff out with that first. But yeah, I think we'll be good. Let's get this on. I want to make sure this is lined up. Oh yeah. Okay. actually works. Good food. If I can. Give me a second, I'll show you what I'm doing. So the piece, so this piece here, this piece here, when it's up in place and the throttle cable goes into it, it connects with the top portion of the head here, and you can see where it's been rubbing. And what I want to do is I want to take it, I want to put an ever so slight bend, because it looks like it's been bent before, and I want to take that out, see if that works. All right, I want to get you guys in here, take a look at this. So this is what I was talking about right here. It was way back here banging into this, and I didn't like it, but now we're free. Everything works. I'll probably address this little piece, get some solder on there, you know, make sure that that doesn't slip back through. But yeah, there we go. Carburetor is on. Hopefully it works. All right, so next step is we've got to get the coil back on. We got to figure some shit out with that. But whenever you're working with a Harley, blue Loctite. Blue Loctite everything. These things will shake your freaking teeth out. And then sometimes with blue Loctite, it still comes loose. Who knew? Okay. Let's do some wiring. Don't need much. Just a little bit. Might have to put a tap in this. Aha. Grind all that glue shit out of it. Okay. Let's start this again. So I'm not actually taking any threads or making threads. What it is this thing's so locked up with rust and with corrosion that the actual bolt doesn't want to start in the threads. It's an old girl, you know. Sometimes you just got to clean things up and make it work. Now, the bolt's a through bolt, so it's not like I'm bottoming out on a blind hole. So once I'm done here, I'll show you all the crap that's actually coming out of this thing. But it's probably a good thing that we're cleaning this through hole out, because it would not have been good. Let's get.
All right, so you can see all the garbage that's coming out of it. You see the tap there coming through? Yeah, that bolt would not have gone in there without me doing this. This side's not that bad. You can actually see down in that hole. You see all that corrosion and stuff that's built up? I'm probably going to do that one too, just to be on the safe side.
Okay, so now that we got all those holes cleaned out, round 2. Fight. Let's hope it's not a fight. Blue Loctite, keeping my parts together. Woohoo! Harley! Alright, so now I got the middle one to contend with. You would think there'd be a flat washer and a lock washer on that. Let's get one. There we go. It's funny that they have the frame notched for doing this. Engineering.
All right, so we got the carburetor on. I hooked up the hose here. Everything's free moving. I can work the choke, but I don't have whatever that is. And we got the coil on. Battery's connected. I don't know how good the battery is. The key switch is in. Well, the only thing we got left to do, really, let's get the tank on, get the tank plumbed in. Oh boy. Turn the key and see what happens. Maybe. Cool.
Alright, so I got my Power Pro hooked up. The key is on, headlight is on, so we've got power. Now we're getting power to the coil, and if we hit the starter button, we're not getting any spark. So let's go ahead, let's turn the key off. Now this is a 5 ohm coil, so that means that it should read 5 ohms or just there at. We're gonna go bazinga, bazinga on the main coil. $18.7. Yeah, I'm gonna say that coil is bad. Alright, so we're gonna need to order a new coil and hope to God the wiring is right. Yeah, cool. Let's order a coil.
Bueller.
All right, so it's a little bit later. We had to order a coil. Got the new coil in. We do have spark. So that being said, we need to kind of walk through everything. Now, I did find some wires that were pinched and some wires that were loose and weren't connected to anything, and just, it was a rat's nest. But for the most part, I think we got it. Well, let's turn the key, turn the fuel on, see if it starts. Key's on. Fuel is on. Couple squirts. She's alive. Sweet. All right, so I did figure out that they had it hooked up, so when you turn the key on and the headlight comes on, it also, if the headlight doesn't come on, you won't have ignition. I don't know why they wired it that way, but that seems to be the thing. So yeah, she runs. Next thing we need to do is get rid of all these forward controls, figure out a way to get a seat on it, and make it work for Shelly. Cool. All right, appreciate you guys. Shop's in a work in progress mode. I'm trying to get everything squared away with it. Yeah, we're getting there. Y'all have a good one.
You can edit it, so.
Go.
Like, comment, do all the things, subscribe, smash that bell
For notifications.
for notifications.
Thumbs up.